Internet. I'm using my cell phone, actually. Oh, and we're live.
Hey, everybody, we're back at the 2026 NRA Annual Meeting in Houston, Texas, at the Voices of the Second Amendment area here at the Meet the Pressers Gun Freedom Radio Studio of Liberty. And we have some very special guests as our second interview for the day. Matt, would you do the honors?
Absolutely. So we've got deer shooter. Your name's so cool. I'm like deer shooter. Deer and shooter. And you shoot deer.
Well, yeah, deer.
It's different.
It's actually, it's like writing a letter, right?
Yeah.
And the idea came about because my lovely wife here, we're sitting in
Jason and Brandy, by the way.
Yeah, hi guys. We're sitting in the bar one night, and she's going through like the old Friskies commercials. Remember those? Dear kitten. It's the older cats explaining how the world works.
Vaguely remember that.
Yeah. So that's how the name came about.
That's back when commercials were good.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, when there was some creativity
Before they were
involved.
woke.
Side effects include blindness and death.
Right.
That's what all the commercials are.
Anal
So
leakage.
you were talking about the kitty commercial.
Yeah, so that's actually how the name came about, and we started the podcast originally. It was like, okay, let's look for newer people to the sport, newer people to gun ownership, and let's maybe walk them through the mistakes that we've made, that we've seen our students make, and maybe help them avoid some of that.
Yeah.
The thing like, when you have a 44 waist, you may not be as tactical as 5'11" would make you think.
Yeah. That's valid. That's valid.
I mean, unless you're 8 feet tall. And
Exactly. I mean, yeah. I mean, there's exceptions everywhere.
So to that, we originally met at Kevin Dixie, Northern Choice Firearms, his event.
Straight and learn, yeah.
Yeah, his training learn. Where it was in Missouri when we
St.
met, right?
Louis,
St.
yeah.
Louis, yeah. So that was a few years ago.
Yep.
And we were both instructing classes there, and I mean that's a great example. Even then, we got people that come in. I did the force on force, and people were like, "Wow, it's like Charlie and I and you were talking earlier. You don't know what you don't know, kind of thing."
Yeah.
And even that at the instructor level, we're always trying to take classes from other instructors, because even if it's just a different way to say it.
Right.
Or maybe, I didn't think of it that way, or shoot, that's new. I didn't even know that product or that that technique is out there.
No, and just stupid things. Like I always try and take a good med class every couple of years just to keep up to date on that.
You have the same one, or from a different instructor?
I try to do different instructors because people do things a little bit differently.
Yeah.
You also get exposure because depending on the instructor, who they might be affiliated with, you might get exposure to new equipment.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So finding different instructors, different places to go and train as often as possible. And I think that's incumbent on you as an instructor, for sure, because otherwise you get entrenched.
One place to find an instructor to work with this year is on PDN Training Tour, so pdntrainingtour.com.
Yep.
And you've got some dates on the PDN Training Tour.
I do, and I'll have some more actually now that I've been here and I've spoken with a few people. I've got some more stuff set up. So I probably got about a dozen dates going to get thrown out here as soon as we get back from the show.
Wow, cool. That's awesome.
And they'll be all over the country. So look for something near you. I think that's one of the best things about the PDN tour is that the whole idea is that the instructors are traveling to students all over the country. And last year, I mean, it was even all over the world. I did classes in Mexico last year. Wow. So, we try to make it as limited prohibition to the student to get to class. Because we get it. Like you go and you book a class at, let's say, Gunsight, and I love going to Gunsight. I'm nothing against them, but you pay your tuition, you pay for your ammunition, you pay for your travel. Now you got time off of work, you got to take care of the kids, you got to do all this. It becomes
a day of travel, not to mention class days.
Yeah, I mean it becomes cost prohibitive very, very quickly.
Yeah, I've had a lot of people ask for the UTM class to be 2 days, UTM instructor class that I created and teach. And that's one of the reasons why I haven't done that, is because I just don't want to have a 2-day class where somebody's got to have another hotel, and that takes another day away. And I like to back UTM and Saber pepper spray instructor classes back to back on the weekend.
Especially if you're driving with a truckload of stuff.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it just adds to it. So.
Yeah, so we all travel a lot, so I wonder which one of us has the most Hilton Honors points.
I'll bet I got you for miles on the truck.
Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe.
I just rolled over 334,000.
Wow. How old is it?
It's 2018.
That's impressive. Yeah.
Mine's a 2020 Pilot, and I got 130,000. I got to have a drive shaft replaced, and it's getting replaced while I'm here.
Oh, there you go.
Get it
So
done.
tell us, how did you get into all this? Because of him, or was it?
I grew up around firearms and such. Podcast is his fault.
Yeah, his fault. Blame it on him.
Instructing, I just assist. I don't have the patience for that, so I get angry.
Like, smack him in the back of the head.
She does too.
That can be frustrating sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely.
But, a lot of times we take for granted how second nature, like handling and
Even the
and all that
acronyms.
stuff
The
is.
acronyms
Yeah,
sometimes.
so what I like to do in instructor development classes is make the instructors work funny hand.
Yep.
Let's do a couple exercises funny hand, and then you see like someone that's a really skilled shooter, but now they're doing this when you get the grip, and I think it humbles them and makes them realize that maybe we should be a little more forgiving and a little more sensitive to something, because this is such a new thing. Yeah, it can be frustrating.
And I love that you do that. I actually do that in my instructor. I took that from you because otherwise you don't want to do it with safety. Like, all right, mess something up to give them something to
No, I
work
don't
with.
like doing
No,
that.
because it's not safe, right? So I like that you do that. So
I will say that she's great on the range as an adjunct instructor, because a lot of times she's able to pull somebody that's struggling, and she'll pull them off to the side, and she's just phenomenal at those minute fundamentals that, as we've all been teaching for what, decade at least, right? Sometimes we tend to forget about that. We take it for granted that, you should know how to press the trigger correctly.
So basically, she takes them out back and whips the crap out of them.
Yes.
Brings them back, and they're all ready to.
Yeah.
And
I like his version better.
having that variety of having a female instructor on site too is fantastic. Not that you have to have a female instructor to have female students have a good time and get value out of the training, but if you have a female student there that just is a little weirded out by the guy. I had one woman who was weirded out because apparently I physically kind of looked like someone that abused her when she her husband.
PTSD, man.
And
All right.
she actually confided that with me, and I felt horrible about it. There's nothing I did wrong.
Right.
Luckily, I had a female instructor there with me, and she kind of didn't necessarily take her aside by herself, but just her being next to her made the student much more comfortable. That's really what it's all about. We don't teach because we want to teach. We teach what the students need. It's student-centered. So whatever we need to do to make them leave there feeling empowered, I think that's what we need to strive for.
So what classes are you going to be teaching? What do you have coming up?
Well, my most popular this year is my primary secondary, which is a carbine pistol class.
Okay.
And
Transitions.
Transitions. Rifle to pistol, transitions right to left, all kinds of stuff.
Nice.
But we also, when I added in this year, I actually added it last year as a pilot, and it became so popular. I think I have like 20 of these scheduled this year. Wow. And the problem is I haven't been scheduling on the PDN tour because they're already full. They're private classes, but we've added TACMed this year. So in the course of this class, we talk about, okay, you've just been in a gunfight. Somebody is likely hurt. And what do we need to do to render aid to that person? Keep them alive until EMS shows up, until help arrives. Because I think a lot of people kind of forget. In the gun culture, we especially hear, well, if I'm somewhere it's not a gun-free zone. Well, yeah, but is it a first responder free zone if you're there? And I think being responsibly armed means you need to be able to render aid, to be an asset, not just a hammer.
I always say the trifecta of tools is what I call it. So lethal, less lethal, medical. Lethal, carry a gun if you can legally. A knife, because you can use a knife daily, but you ain't got a gun. I'm going to use a knife to defend myself against somebody who's trying to kill me. Right. Pepper spray and a flashlight. This flashlight can be used all the time, and pepper spray, if you can legally carry it. Both of them can be a distance tool with the strobing of the light. And medical, tourniquet, and hemostatic gauze. So
And
two of each.
And I'm a huge fan of the flashlights with the scallop bezel, because you can hammer on somebody.
Kubaton, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. I throw candies out my classes. Yeah, it's a show and tell.
Mine's longer than yours.
Yeah, yours is thinner.
Short and fat's where it's at, man.
I'll do that in my classes. I'll throw candies to people that actually bring a flashlight. Who's got a flashlight? Somebody with a cell phone. Put that cell phone away, or I'm gonna
That's not a viable
cell phone.
tactical.
That's like a butter knife for open heart surgery. Scalpel's the right
that's
tool.
That's a really good. I actually talk about that in my. I'm going to steal that. In my
Go for it. Go for it.
Butter knife for open heart surgery.
Yeah. I'll try. I mean, it might work.
But yeah, we've got that class.
And the medical aspect of it, right?
There you go.
There you go. Right on you.
And then
I'm
we've
not
got.
going to disrobe, but I've got one too. Do you carry a?
I do too.
You got
I left it in the hotel because after yesterday, I've actually cut my ankle.
Oh,
So, yeah, I
You weren't
should.
the short
I
socks.
should have not have done ankle socks.
I did that last week.
but I was like, man,
I know what
it's
you
gonna be
mean.
So hot.
I did that last week. I actually had short socks on. I was like, man, this is chafing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he did whip it out.
Yeah, I did. It
Yeah, I
can
carry
do-
the exact same one.
It can give you the thing in the back of the ankle if you're wearing short socks, and it messes up that shoe.
It does.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Now, it's
yeah,
not
yeah.
so bad as long as you're wearing short shoes. But if you've got anything with an ankle to it,
Yeah,
it tears the hell out of you.
boots too.
I completely ruined a pair of Lowe's a couple of years ago because of it.
But I tell you, it's good to have it
Oh man,
and
Know how to use it.
know how to use it.
Have it staged.
I've been carrying a firearm for a little over a decade now. I lived in California for many years, and I actually couldn't carry
I'm
it.
sorry.
So when I moved back home to Pennsylvania, I started carrying it. And I've been carrying this for almost as long. And I've yet to have to take a gun out of my pants and shoot someone to defend myself.
You got it.
I've taken components out of this
I have
medikit
too.
many times. So, a tourniquet will solve a lot more problems than a gun will.
That's
If you- like you said, if you need to use the gun, the likelihood of needing one of these things is higher. So not a bad idea to have.
And I started carrying an eye patch because in our long range classes, inevitably somebody's going to scope themselves. So
Oh, yeah.
as punishment for being dumb, we make you wear an eye patch and a pirate the rest of the day.
Oh, you need to get a little plastic parrot they got to wear.
Oh, that's,
I have real ones.
that's
They're like-
hilarious.
Yeah, there you go.
It's like a dunce cap.
He's got to wear the parrot now.
Yeah, exactly. That's funny as heck.
But
Cool.
no, we push the medical hard because where we're at, we're in the middle of, well, not quite the middle of nowhere, but you can see it from our house. We actually brought Caleb Cossey up a couple of years ago to do a couple of med classes for us. And, he keeps talking about, you call EMS, and you're going to be at a trauma center in like 20 minutes. We're like, no, you're not.
You're not.
The closest trauma centers to us, we're looking at Salt Lake, Denver, or Billings, all of which are 4.5 hours by car. Okay, you're getting airlifted, number one. We do not have any kind of trauma capacity in the state. I think Casper just got trauma. So,
Well, as an instructor, it's good to know that.
there you go, yeah.
A lot of instructors, they don't even know. Is there a hospital in this town? It's something good to do.
We have a hospital. I usually refer to it as a North Korean aid station because if they can't fix it with a Band-Aid, you're on a burger.
Wow. That's freaking funny.
So tell us more how people can subscribe to your show or hear your show.
Oh God, we're on Podbean. You've got the RSS feed set up.
And
Where
so
all
you
the
can go to our website. We have iHeartRadio, Pandora, Spotify,
what's the website?
deershooter.com.
Okay, DEAR.
Deershooter.com, and it tells you everywhere we're at on the very bottom of our website because there's so many of them.
Yeah, there's a lot of outlets, isn't there?
Yeah.
For sure.
Huge.
You guys do an RSS feed to
Yes.
push it out to all that?
Yep.
Well, except for Podbean isn't on it, so he does it on that side.
Yeah, this is where we started, and we've grown from there. Right? But I've kept it there because we still have a lot of loyal people, and that's where they go.
Awesome.
Great.
Well, thank you guys for moving from that booth over to this booth.
It was a
This
rough
is-
ride.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
tough
I know it was a
travel.
long drive for
Put
you.
a lot of mileage on that
man.
man.
Thank you,
Very
gentlemen.
nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good to see you guys.
Cool.
And we'll see you guys soon. Matt's going to have some interviews by himself, and then later on, I'll be back by myself. And then tomorrow, we'll be back together.
And if you're here, definitely check out the classes that we've both got going on. And don't forget to sign up for the giveaway. Got over $1,000 in gifts. So meetthepressers.com/giveaways. Check it out. See you around.